DVRP V4 is almost here, and in today's video I will go through a couple of the rules with you guys to make sure that you guys understand what's changing in V4. And if you don't want to sit down and read the document, you can watch this video and I will tell you what is changing and how the rules will differ going forward. So make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, watch the video all the way through. It would be very helpful. But without further ado, let's hop into this portion of the video. So now we have a unified rules and community rules and regulations. These are the rules and everything. Make sure you guys go ahead and watch this. Read this. This is gonna be very beneficial for everybody. This is for civilians, law enforcement, gangs, business owners, emergency services, and the judicial system. If you're part of DVRP, these rules will apply to you. There's gonna be some general community guidelines. Make sure you respect everybody. Hate speech, harassment, racism, sexism, homophobia, and personal attacks will not be tolerated. We are a very inclusive space. Unless it is generally understand that it's a joke, please don't be doing these kind of things. We do say, you know, some stuff, just shooting the stuff as guys, but make sure you guys are not doing these kind of things, especially if it hurts somebody. Discord is our main communication hub, and all community news, applications, and support are going to be managed within the Discord. Please don't promote any other communities or servers in DVRP spaces. We're not necessarily worried about them. We just don't want you guys to be promoting them in our stuff. We are within our own space. We are within our own thing. We want to focus on DVRP, and that's where our focus is going to be. Please follow all of the senior staff and admin instructions. Their decisions are finals, and any disputes you can go ahead and handle it via tickets. Do not DM anybody like that going forward with anything regarding admin and stuff. There are different levels. We have the tickets that can handle certain stuff, and while we're talking about that, I'm gonna go ahead and go through a little bit of that with you guys, understanding what tickets mean what, and what general things you need. So let's go ahead and find the tickets. It's a lot. Let's look. I can't find it. And these are not all of this is not stuff that you guys are gonna end up seeing. A lot, you're only seeing this because this is from my perspective. So what we'll do then, let's go ahead and view the server as a particular role. So let's see here. Let's view the server as a member. So this is what you're going to be able to see as a member. Okay, let's go ahead and hide my camera, and let's hide let's move to this scene, and then let's do this. So let me actually go back there, put my camera back on, and then let's go to this scene, and then there you go. So this is what you're going to be able to see as a member in DVRP. You guys are going to get to see all of the staff, all the admins, and all the affiliates, all that kind of stuff. It's all going to be here. And this is the donation channel. You can go ahead and donate if you want from here. So now we have two sets of VCs. We're gonna have an adult VC and a VC for anybody any age. The adult VC is gonna be for people who are 18 plus. We don't want any issues with adults and children mixing between each other, so that people don't catch any real life charges from things that they say. So if you're an adult, we encourage you to go into the adult VC, and if you're under the age of 18, we encourage you to join in the any age VCs and communicate with each other. Here are a few info channels. You guys can go ahead and see all the information about all of the departments. The law library will also give you things like the criminal code and the constitution. The criminal code is going to change within the next couple of days to reflect the new part of the server. There's going to be business lists and job applications and different things. These will be managed by members, etc. The university, we are looking to have the university set up, and this will be more focused along the law enforcement side and understanding your criminal degree, the criminal law degree. We're gonna work on that. More news about that pretty soon. But in terms of creating tickets, we're gonna talk about certain things. The staff report, this is only for if you want to communicate to senior staff about a admin or even a senior staff member or a senior administration member. This is what the staff report is for. Please do not create this ticket unless you are having an issue with an admin or staff member and you want to appeal DAs and stuff like that. That's what that is for. This one, player report, this is gonna send a message to the staff team where you want to report another player. You could go ahead and file your report here. Technical support, if you have any issues while attempting to use any kind of DVRP platform, this is for development stuff, etc., you can go ahead and create technical support. And then general support, if you have issues you would like to, if you have things you want to ask DVRP staff, or you want to do anything in particular, this is going to be for the general support, and these will go to the staff team and developers. And then the purchase setup support, if you purchase something off of the website, please go ahead and make this ticket and send a copy of your transaction ID or a screenshot of you purchasing it from a DVRP website, so we can verify and give you whatever you purchase on the website. Okay, so make sure you guys go ahead and do that. If you want to make a complaint regarding any kind of the law enforcement or any member that's within this job, you can do an official complaint system here. Usually in game they will tell you to make your complaints here, etc. Make sure you guys go ahead and make those complaints right over there. All of the information that you guys are gonna need regarding the LEO is gonna be right here. Anything regarding gangs and how you can get part of the gang, etc., organized crime network, all this kind of stuff, all of these will be in here. You can go ahead and read this in detail down here. Weapons licensing, how to get a weapons license, all of this will be regarded in here, and these things will change the next couple of days, so make sure you guys go ahead and look for the updates on this. We will of course make an announcement about it later on. Driver's license, how to obtain your driver's license, this will be in here. Everything will be updated before the release of V4, so make sure you guys go ahead and do that. You can apply as a staff member. Here are all the requirements, and here are the position details and how you can apply. All of this will be in here. This video, in addition to others, will be posted in here, so you guys can go ahead and read this as well if you want to. And most importantly, all of your server documents, everything you need is going to be in here, okay? Including what you will need to make sure all of your police lights and everything will be set up properly. Rules and FAQ, all this stuff will be in here. Dre has updated the rules, the document that I showed you guys just now. This will be in here as well, so make sure you guys go ahead and go do that. But all of these stuff, make sure you guys go ahead and watch and read all of this. This information is going to be very much important. Your character names, your character name, I will be only speaking about the important ones that we've realized a lot of people are mistaking. Now, your Discord name and your character name are two different things. Your Discord name, my Discord name is Chad D, right? It doesn't have to be your real name. It just needs to be a first name, last initial, period, and that's it. You don't have to have your real name. Let's use Malik for example. Malik W, that's Discord, and that's gonna be your 5M name. And when I say 5M name, I'm gonna show you exactly what I mean. Right? This is completely different from your character name. Your character name should not be, for example, Malik W or Jaden B. Your character name should not be that, okay? Your Discord name and your 5N name should be exactly this. Your player name right here, this is what is the same thing as in Discord. This allows you to go in and we can identify you as a member when you join the server, okay? This and your Discord name should be the same. However, when you join the server, this name should be whatever your character name is. My character's name, Adolphus Miller Jason Cassidy, that's gonna be the name of my character in the server. The other name, your name and initial whenever you make it on Discord, that's gonna be just your Discord name and your 5M name. That is not your character name. I want to stress that more than enough. I want to stress that is not your character name, okay everybody? I just want you guys to make sure that you understand that is not your character name. All right, I'll show you guys an example of what your character name should be. It should be something that is realistic. Yippee yup and those kinds of names should not be your character names either. We need it to be a realistic kind of name. Okay, if your character is Chinese, give it a realistic Chinese name. If your character is Indian, make it a realistic Indian name. If your name is Russian or American, give it a name that's conducive to those names. This is one of my characters' names. This is my character's name, Skylar Ramon. My name in the Discord isn't Skylar R. It's still Chad D, but my character name is this. Okay, I just want you guys to be aware of that and make sure you guys are doing the correct thing. There's gonna be no fail RP, no unrealistic actions, jumping off buildings, running from 10 police cars, pulling a rifle from thin air, all these different things. We're gonna be having specific things in there. I want to mention things like Hitman RP. You're not allowed to have a character that all they do is do Hitman characters. You want to go ahead and just randomly be a serial killer. That's not how we want to do. The gang RP rules are going to be different. You can be a gang hitman. What that means is gangs will put out a contract for somebody to be killed, somebody to be CK'd, and the only way you can lose your character is if you are CK'd. Okay, I just want you to know that there are two ways to get CK'd. You can be put on a hit out for you by another player, or you can be killed by the state through, for example, death penalty, etc. But for a Hitman RP, the only way you can do any kind of Hitman RP is if you have a contract put out by you from either cartel or gangs, and these need to be approved through the approval process within the Discord. The Discord, we have a CK request application which you must fill out. This is a CK request application. You must fill this out for a CK to be verified. And once you apply for a CK, it must be approved by an admin. You have to have a proper backstory and this different things like that to understand what a CK is about, or to have a valid CK. And that's the only reason any of you can lose your characters. CK, or you're killed, well, CKs basically, and you're killed by the state or by a gang member or the cartel. Those are the only reasons. Shooting should be a last resort. Make sure you guys go ahead and read this entire thing. This tells you exactly what you need to do in terms of shooting and stuff like that. Gang and criminal RP guidelines. Now, one thing I want to mention, even for the ladies, if you are actively engaging in gang RP with a gang member and you are not wearing that gang member's colors, you will be treated as a gang member. The reason why we split everything and made it red zones and not is because we wanted to protect some of your players, some of the players that just want to get in, they want to chill, they want to be good, and they don't want to be randomly shot on the streets. That's why we have the red zone. Take all that hoodlum activity down to the red zone and leave the other areas in the map for all of the members that just want to come in, they want to chill, they want to play with their friends, they want to hang out, different things like that. You have to have a very good reason for shooting outside of a red zone. For example, you wanna go ahead and rob a bank. Well, that's a reason for you to be able to shoot at cops outside of the red zone. You want to rob a money truck. Those are reasons that are verifiable reasons that you can shoot outside of a red zone. But if you and somebody else have an altercation, you can't just go shoot them somewhere in Vinewood. You can't, because that's not a logical reason for why you're gonna commit a crime like that outside of the red zone. Now, even in the red zone, now, if you see your op and you've already had the 10 minutes of interaction between the two of you that day, hey, bro, smoke his stuff, man. Go ahead and drive by him, do what you gotta do, but make sure you stay within the rules, okay, guys? Robbery and hostages, we'll go into a little bit further detail about this in another video. Make sure you read this. Law enforcement and emergency services. Law enforcement must follow SOPs and professional RP. You cannot bait criminals or abuse power, and anybody within any of these whitelisted jobs, you are barred from in the community rules from doing any form of corruption. So you aren't to be selling off police assets. You aren't supposed to be doing any of that stuff. If you are found, you will be terminated from DVRP. We do not want any corrupt law enforcement officials. We don't want any corrupt EMS. We don't want any of that. That is barred. Okay, so that's against rules. all members of the emergency services Discord in the departments are prohibited from corruption and illegal activities. You will be subject to possible termination from DVRP or discretion of staff team in RP consequences and disciplinary action. So if you guys remember, a while back, Mo was identified as somebody who was selling off police assets, and instead of a termination, we decided to get rid of his character in RP, because that would be a sentence that would be pretty hefty, and he was barred from ever joining the police department ever again. And we will allow you to stay in the community, but your character will more than likely lose everything in RP, and we will make content off of you. That is what the two options are if you break this rule. You either completely get out of the DVRP through a termination, or we will use it as content, we will use it as RP, and we will take you through the court, we will take you through all of the entire process, we will prosecute you, we will do all that stuff with that character, and you will be barred from doing any kind of emergency services. So law enforcement, Sapphire, or dispatch, you won't be able to do any of that. We will go over police academy and all of that stuff later on in another video, so you guys understand what the police academy is going to be like soon. Make sure you guys go ahead and watch all of this and read all of this. Multiple characters, you're not to share information between characters, information, money, or assets between different characters or different souls. No revenge killings like that. And this goes over disciplinary actions and stuff like that. So make sure you guys go ahead and read over the rules. Thank you guys for watching this video. We'll go forward into other stuff later on as time progresses, but thank you guys again. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day and have a great week. Remember to go after all you guys' goals and dreams. Remember, DVRP V4 is almost here. We are almost done, and I want to make sure that everybody understands the rules and the direction we are going with the community. I want to build some hype, so make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications so you know when I post, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Stick to the code with the coach and my pros. I don't play by the rules, I just switch up the flow. Chill on the weekend, give X's and no. She in love with the kid, I ain't texting the phone. Rocky Gianni got filming his gold, I was packing for Cali.